So Hayley, just give us a little bit of a synopsis, a little bit of a bio about who you are.
My name's Hayley Simmonds. I'm a professional cyclist on the road for Cams Basso, which is a British-based UCI team, and I'm recently signed for Movistar E-Team for virtual racing for 2022.
I understand that before you were a cyclist, you were a rower for Cambridge University. So tell us a little bit about that, and then ultimately how you came to riding at the level that you're riding at now.
When I found out I'd got a place at Cambridge University, obviously it became an ambition to be part of the boat race. So I was in the reserve heavyweight boat Blondie for the Oxford-Cambridge boat race.
At what point then did you jump on a bike and think, yes, this is clearly for me?
I knew that I didn't want to do university rowing again in the fourth year of my undergrad just because of the time commitments. So when Mark suggested, well, why don't you try cycling? I thought, okay, cool, I'll see if I'm any good, and started training on the bike. And I realised actually I was quite good at the kind of constant power. Well, can I win one of the university championships? Can I, come on the podium in one of the cycling time trials national championships? And as I kind of achieved each of these stepping stone goals, yeah, it just turned into a career.
Hayley, when did you first try Zwift?
My very first Zwift ride was actually leading one of the British cycling endurance rides during the very first lockdown in 2020. The weather for the rest of that lockdown was so nice that I really didn't use Zwift again very much at all until winter 2020, 2021. So my very first Zwift race as a training race was the 6th of January 2021.
And what do you enjoy most about racing or e-racing?
I think one thing that I found great about it is I think I train harder. If I was out on the road, I might stick to kind of the lower end of my base power, whereas on Zwift, because I'm pushing up a climb or trying to get back on the wheel of someone who's overtaken me or keeping pace, I actually push myself a little bit more, and it's made me train a bit harder, I think, this winter.
So the next step is representing Great Britain in the World Championships. It must mean a heck of a lot to do it in the virtual world for the very first time. So you must be really looking forward to it and very excited. Yeah,
I'm really excited. I honestly see Zwift and esports as a real kind of growing area within the sport. I love the opportunity to represent GB. Every time I'm kind of given that opportunity, I don't take it for granted, and I want to perform at my best. So, it's a massive honour doing it virtually, as much as it's ever been to do it in real life.
What about the idea of actually competing in a World Championships in your house?
Yeah, it's a really novel idea, and I think actually, as bad as the past few years have been in terms of coronavirus and the effect that it's had on our sport, the fact that you can still be racing at this level from anywhere in the world really opens a lot of doors and presents a lot of opportunities.
What about your ambitions and objectives for the race itself, given the particular parkour? What are you realistically thinking?
I think we've got a really strong team as a British team. Personally, I think the course suits me quite well. It finishes up a really hard climb, but actually that length of climb suits me quite well.
And finally, Hayley, what's your life look like outside of e-racing?
I mean, my days are structured around training, around bike riding. After that, I do a little bit of work for my husband's company as well. I coach a rider in Germany.
And baking as well.
And baking if I get the chance. Any excuse. If anyone wants a birthday cake, and any excuse to bake.
Great stuff.